What up, YouTube fam? It's the B, the R, the A, the T, dancehall queen Brat in the building, coming to you today with the top spots to find dance auditions in New York City. Okay, so now we got our notes because we always prepared. You know, I used to be a girl guide when I lived in Grenada and a girl scout in America, and one thing they drilled in us, always be prepared. Okay, so number one, if you're a Broadway aficionado, you're trying to come here be in Book of Mormon, you're trying to be in what's the other one, Cats is not on Broadway, who child, clearly I'm not a Broadway baby, but any of the Broadway teams, okay, you go to playbill.com. They have all the on Broadway and off Broadway show auditions, and they have everything specifically that they're looking for dancers who could sing, singers who could dance. They have all that, all the descriptions, so that would be the place to go. Now, back in the day, and by back in the day, I mean like last year, they used to have it where you would have all the information, then there's like union, people who are like in the union, and then people who are not, they don't go at the same time. That is really annoying, but it's a thing. But the people who weren't, they would have to sign a list like hella early in the morning, but now it's a new system, so you know, shout out to them for making that, because people used to have to get up hella early to put their name on the list to get auditions, and now they could just kind of do it online. Thank the Lord. Okay, so that's one. Playbill for all the Broadway humans, all right? Second, Dance NYC. Now, Dance NYC, they have all type of things. So you would go to their listings page. Again, it's dance.nyc, and they'll have like auditions for contemporary artists. They'll show like your Ailey audition. They'll show sometimes Fashion Week auditions, like more independent projects, and like experimental kind of auditions are all on Dance NYC. And they also, in those listings, have like teaching jobs, internships are like dance media. So the listing has a little bit of everything, but they have kind of the more interesting projects on that. So it's not Broadway, they're just more, they think experimental, or even like you have your Ailey on there, your Mark Morris on there. You know, you have like your concert dance companies listed on that site, okay? All right, next, studios. Just go into like any studio, they usually have a bulletin board with what's happening. Like if there's a workshop, and they usually have auditions. Now they're usually not in the same place, you have to go to like the different bulletin boards, but they usually always have auditions on these things. So if you ain't seeing nothing online, go in person. That is the next best bet, because you know, they are the posts. These are where people are taking class. Some of the teachers who are looking for people, or choreographers, want to see the people in the studio, so they'll post their like flyer on the bulletin board. So that is a good spot to go as well, okay? And lastly, what about your friends? Okay, holla at your friends, your compadres, the person who took your video in class. Maybe you be like, oh, did you hear about this audition, yada yada yada. Like literally, I've heard about auditions just from chatting to people. That's probably where I've heard about the most auditions. So hit up your friends or your dance contemporaries, you know, your age mates, even people who are not your age mates. If y'all cool and it seems like it's a vibe, see how they're getting gigs, see how they're getting themselves out there, and maybe you can join them. Okay, friends can never be underrated. All right. Oh, and I have one more. What's my last one? Oh, if you have the blessing of having an agent, your agents will send you auditions. Now, having an agent, be clear on what kind of work you want to do. Not to say you want to box yourself in, but for instance, I used to be with an agency, and they knew that I can swim and dive. Now, I was not no Olympic level diver. I just knew how to dive because your girl learned that summer camp, okay? So I don't mind going underneath the water. But then they sent me on audition for a Vegas show where people were dying off the high board. I'm like, my girl, I didn't say I was a high diver of the Olympic caliber. I can dive regular, like a regular human. Yeah? So if you have an agent sending auditions, make sure they understand the full scope of your abilities so they send you on appropriate auditions. Yes, they can stretch you a little bit and try to challenge you with new things, but let's be within reason. Okay? Within reason. All right? So those are my tops. Now, to go from the list again, we have Playbill, Broadway Humans, Dance NYC, listings of all sorts of types of auditions, from off-Broadway, contemporary, fashion week, commercial. They kind of have it all up in there, okay? Then you have your friends, okay? Don't forget about your friends. Dance studio, bulletin boards, and if you have been blessed by the dance gods, your agents, because they work for you, okay? All right, guys, next time, see you. And I don't know if you've been peeping, I've been rocking my things. Yeah, this is a company I started during Panorama because this is something that's near and dear to my heart. I used to say this all the time, and I was just like, let's put it on a shirt so people know before they see me, they're not to play. I'm not to be played with. Bring me my cash, bring me my dough, my money. Okay, so this says freelance does not equal free dance, and that's, if you're a dancer, should be your motto, how you go through life. My other shirt says working dancer because people think dance is a hobby, and for some it's a hobby, but for people who are professional, it is a real job and it should be treated as such. So don't you forget it. Yeah, all right, see y'all next time. Bye.